The federal government entered the new fiscal year today with the first budget surplus since 1960. The exact amount has not yet been determined, but it is expected to be $800 to $900 million. But some states found themselves in trouble as the year began. The California and Ohio legislatures have not approved new budgets nor authorized the expenditure of money. And Pennsylvania is operating on a month-to-month basis pending legislative action. The California story from Terry Drinkwater.
The Assembly's Democratic Minority Leader, Jess Unruh, and Republican Governor Ronald Reagan defied each other, and as a result, California has no budget for the new fiscal year, which began at midnight last night. Reagan had warned the legislature that he would not accept the Democrats' demand for more school aid.
We have said to this House and to the people of California for the past 6 weeks that the budget was inextricably bound up with the cause of school financing and the necessity for significant property tax relief and the closing of property tax loopholes.
Voting, debate, and more roll calls until the early hours of this morning, but still no budget. A comic drama, except that the results could mean financial chaos for the most populous state in the Union. At 2:30 a.m., Reagan called in reporters.
Action of the Assembly Democrats in blocking the budget for the state is the single most irresponsible act in the history of California state government. And I want to make one thing perfectly clear. The Senate, as you know, voted to pass a budget. 40 members of the Assembly joined and voted to pass a budget. For several hours, a small contingent of Assembly Democrats have blocked the passage of the budget and have talked instead of a budget putting out a 1/12th budget to cover the next 30 days. I have sent word upstairs that I will return anything to the legislature other than a budget for the entire fiscal year. To do anything less would be to establish a precedent for what would amount to annual blackmail.
It seems to me the only person that's really frozen around here is the governor, who seems to be frozen to a level of support for the public schools of $100 million, which by everyone's admission, including his own Republican leadership in both houses of the legislature, is inadequate.
Our state employees, our officers have always given dedicated service, and I'm asking them to stand by the people of California by serving voluntarily until sanity returns to those irresponsible members of the Assembly who brought this chaos upon us so unnecessarily.
State employees have responded to the governor's call to volunteer. They will likely be paid later when this boggle of state finances is finally resolved. So bureaucracy goes on, even if the fine legislative and executive processes don't. The whole affair is in many ways a preview of next year's campaign for the governorship, when Ronald Reagan very likely will be challenged by Jess Unruh. Terry Drinkwater, CBS News, Sacramento.